Hello everybody and welcome back to So Aldo DIY. On today's tutorial, I am going to show you how to make a tennis skirt or a pleated skirt. So if you would like to see how, then keep on watching. I already have a separate tutorial on how to make the skirt pattern. I'm just going to have the link up here or in the description box below. I used the same pattern for this accordion pleated skirt, and I'm just going to make the pleats wider to turn it into a night pleated skirt. I folded the fabric lengthwise, and then I am just going to add a few inches on the hemline because I want the skirt to be slightly longer than the pattern. I'm going to unfold it and I am going to cut it right along the center, so I will have two panels. For the skirt, I decided I am going to make the pleats 2 inches wide instead of 1 inch like I did on the other skirt. That you can use your skirt pattern into multiple styles. You can also do a box pleats if you like. Drafting the skirt pattern is so easy. You will only need two measurements, which are your waistline and the length of the skirt. If you haven't seen that one, I'm going to have the link in the description box below. Now it's time to create those beautiful pleats. So you are simply going to match the first line to the third. So you're just going to fold it in, and you are just going to repeat the same process until you reach the end of the fabric. Then I am going to measure the waistline just to make sure that I have the right measurement, and if it's a tad big, it's okay, you can easily adjust it on the side seams, but for me this is perfect. Now I am going to stitch along here so the pleats are nice and secure. This steps is optional. If you don't want to top stitch the pleats, it's okay. You're just going to skip this. But I decided to do a top stitch pleats because that's what my daughter wants. So I am going to do that. And I am just going to stitch along the edge here, and this is about 6 inches. If you notice, I am also slightly fanning the pleats so it's not super tight along the stomach area. I would say by about a quarter of an inch from each other. After that, I am going to press it to make it flat and beautiful. Now it's time to sew the zip on the side. I place the zipper on the correct side of the skirt, and I'm also matching the right sides of the fabric and the zipper together, and I'm just going to pin along the edge, and I'm going to stitch it right here, and I am using an invisible zipper foot. I will repeat the same step on the other panel. So I place the zipper on the correct side of the skirt, and I match the right sides of the fabric and the zipper together, and I'm just going to pin along the edge and sew it. Now now the zipper is in. As you can see, it is invisible and very beautiful. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up for that. Now I am going to close the side seams. Now it's time to cut out the waistband. It is 27 inches long and it is 4 inches wide. After that, I am going to fold it in half and stitch the short ends. And then I'm going to match it on the skirt waist. Right sides of the fabrics are facing. And you will notice the waistband is slightly longer than the skirt waist. The reason why is because I'm going to have a tab at the end of the waistband. And I'm just going to stitch it across until I reach the other end. Now it's time to turn in the waistband. So I basically fold in all the raw edges inside, as you can see here. So basically, I'm just going to be sandwiching all the raw edges inside the waistband so it is nice and beautiful. I also trim off some of the seams and the zipper ends because it was super thick. So you just want to trim it off a little bit so it's not super bulky. And then I'm just going to pin it. Top stitching the waistband is totally up to you. You can sew it on the actual band or just under it. So just be sure that you are catching the fabric inside, and if you are nervous about that, you can also base stitch it. That is gonna give you that extra security, but for me, I just decided to pin it. You can also hand stitch it if you are feeling extra. Go ahead, it's totally up to you. If you got this far and still watching my tutorial, thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate it. The waistband is looking beautiful and perfect. I am so pleased about it. Now I'm just going to hand stitch the fastener on the tab right here. And then after that, I am going to finish the hemlines and the skirt is done. And this is how it turned out. I absolutely love it. I think it looks so nice and crisp. So if you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to give this a thumbs up and I will see you in the next one. Bye!